Let's floor these enigmatic behind pages. None of that was fucking English. A pink Merusea. What are you doing under the waterfall? You gonna take a bath or something? Are we gonna wash her? Pedophile? What bath? I'm pondering into some profound questions, if I must say. I suppose that I am meditating. If you hadn't come, thundering along into my train of thought, perhaps I would already come up with the answer. Meditating, huh? I read in a book that if you run to something you can't make sense of it, you just meditate, you'll find the right answer. I didn't misunderstand that, right? Let's see, a human most strange and a rainbow balloon. You two must be from outside the village, right? Interesting, Paimon's a rainbow, because Melusine see opposite colors. And in our world, Paimon's white and silver, with a black cape, an abyss-colored cape. In their eyes, she's rainbow. Which means her cape is more likely as gold. Right! Paimon's Paimon, and he's Canotila. Wait a second. Oh, you're right to say we're not from here. What do you mean a rainbow balloon? Ah, right. You may not see it that way. I almost forgot about that again. Let me think. Right. Caterpillar. What does Paimon look like to you? Like a white specter. Wait, don't people use specter as an insult? Interesting, but to my eyes, Paimon is like a little rainbow balloon floating in the air. And her streams seem to extend upward to somewhere above the sky itself. What the? Seriously? Yes. And what does Traveler look like to your eyes, Paimon? Paimon's golden-haired traveling companion. Don't tell Paimon he's doing this. What I see, I really must say, I see a monster that looks like it could swallow the world whole in a single bite. That's way too scary. Are you serious? You serious right now? Of course I'm serious. Besides, perhaps you've heard that we Melusines can see things that humans cannot see. But for some reason, I see things differently. Even when compared to other Melusines, I can always find things that have been hidden. I've read that the nature of things is hidden beneath them, and this nature decides their future. Not that I would know that means. Get this girl the advanced truth sight potion, bro. She might see some esoteric precognition in about 10 seconds flat. If that's the case, how did you know we're outsiders? Because you don't look like other Melusines. Well, that what we see is different, we can still find the ideas that have that in common. Just like how you can tell a flower is still a flower, no matter how strange the colors, right? Yeah, you can tell a plant's a plant, I guess. As long as I spend enough time with everyone, I can grasp the concepts that everyone talks about and pretend to fit in. That's why I'm not giving her the accent. She's actually different. I didn't even know. It was perfect to not give her the British accent. She is already different. If you had looked special, might as well. I would have struggled to find the right concept to describe you. As I thought, it seems that I have lots to learn. That's a whole lot of stuff Paimon didn't really get. On that note, we've been talking for ages, but we don't even know your name. What is a name but an artificial code that confers false uniformity on the different perceptions? Still, everyone calls me Canotila. Canotila. I'm going with Canotila. You may do so as well. Wow, you talk in such a roundabout way. You sound like a pompous ass. Roundabout? Is that how you see it? I don't usually talk with humans from outside, so I don't quite understand your methods of communication. I'm merely making deductions and inferences based on what I've read in books. Don't Melusines talk to each other in English? How the fuck do you not communicate with humans? There's no difference in the form of communication. You keep talking about you read in books. Do Melusines read too? Must be naturally inconvenient for you to turn pages with your mitten hands on. They really don't use their hands. They use their feelers on their heads. Or, that's not the point. Still, Paimon wasn't expecting to be a bookhead. Yes, an amazing scholar left them behind, all hidden inside a secret base. Of what I've just read, I learned from those books. There's even a book that I just couldn't understand. Meditation has allowed me to comprehend it, ever so little of it. But lately I've been making no progress no matter how I rack my brain. That's why I came here to meditate and try to find a way forward. A book that can't be understood. Are arcane secrets never meant to be known by anyone, usually encrypted in books like that? Speaking of secrets, there's usually many treasures there. Now that Paula thinks about it, she's getting kind of cursy. Is that? That's not useful Curiouser and Curiouser, right? I've never seen Curiouser, but Jesus. If you're interested, why don't I take you there to have a look? The book is important to me. I must find a way to understand it. You appear to be knowledgeable, well-informed and well-informed outsiders. Perhaps you'll be able to understand the book quite easily. I certainly solved the puzzle art. Our experience tended to be more on the practical side. No, I've certainly solved the puzzle art too. I even drank double true sight potions and able to see the truth of the world. That's right. We're like super professionals at this. Come on, Canotila, show us the way. Book of Esoteric Revelations. I am not walking there.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
The heart of Lorcan. Anyway, enough of that. And we're here. If you dive down below this entrance, we'll find the place where the scholar once hid his books. It looks like an ordinary pond. What sort of entrance are you talking about? Right, it is being hidden after all. You'll be able to see it. Just watch them. Can I take something out that looks like key? Tracing the air along the unseen trail, there's some soft chime and a pool over it becomes unfathomably deep. Well, here's the entrance now. Oh, Paimon couldn't tell how you did that. Well, I can't quite explain it either. While others can't see it, there are actually all sorts of fissures here. As long as I use my token to draw lines across those fissures, I can do some incredible things. That said, I don't know why they're only present here. As such, I did a lot of research and found the indecipherable book. It has much to do with me and my token. I was certain that if I figure it out, I'll find out why it's special in this way. Nothing wrong with being special. Well then, that's enough of that. Let's go inside. Must find a way to understand this strange book. Okay, so we know that the people here were trying to revive the Nezarec, or the Ordo members are trying to revive. So most likely they set up their base at the heart so that they can instantly do the revive and they can eat the flesh. Her key allows access to a secret base. Or her thing. So most likely the key holder was most likely the base master, or whoever owned the base, died in the explosion, and his chunk became her token. This looks like some ancient alchemy. So you can't understand it at all either, after all. I reckon we should take a look more closely. It's a world where sweet flower and mint cannot grow. Can you see it too? I knew you'd be able to see it too. Ah, you had the same experience, Canotila? Is this what you meant by meditating? In this matter, yes. Though I can't feel a single word from the book, I get a strange feeling that they are looking at it long enough. I feel so that you've been transported to another world, and then you can start to understand the book's contents. But as soon as you wake, you're back to being unaccounted. And have you seen before? Oh, just wait a moment. Ta-da! This is my notebook. I've written down everything I saw inside. That said, I wrote it all down and was thinking while I was meditating. I was sort of in a trance, so it might be a bit hard to understand. Yep, let's see. Yep, this is really messy. Wow. Just says something about alienness or something like that. Based on my previous results, that scholar must have been conducting research on alienness or something. Then this book must be recording things that happened a long time ago, because alienness has been dead for a fucking half a century. Yes, but I still can't understand exactly what happened. Even when meditating, I can't make heads or tails of what comes before and after. As such, though I can understand just a little bit, I still don't know what it is really saying. If I'm not mistaken, however, the book is still missing a lot of content. You know, I've always been thinking I should just make Paimon's voice my voice because she's basically a surrogate for the audience. No, I should just read her verbatim as me. She might as well be an extension of the Traveler. Oh, so you mean these new locations might be clues? Locations? Yes. The names of locations in between important sections could be trying to tell us the crucial parts of the text are hidden. I mean, I've guessed as much in the past, but I've never left alienness, so... In that case, why don't you stay here? We'll go investigate the places in the notebook. Maybe we'll find those missing pieces. And besides, if it's related to alienness, there's no way we're going to ignore it. Alright. In that case, I'm counting on you two. If you find anything, just bring it back. I'll be waiting for you. These do look like the missing pages from the book. Let's start putting them back, shall we? And then we just need to concentrate and meditate on the book like before. Read countless volumes here. It appears these books were left behind by an ancient order. Kingdoms rise and fall. When civilization is annihilated, a new one will be born after the ashes, which these books refer to as Fortuna. Fortuna. No, it's somewhat rudimentary, but theoretically at least, it bears a striking resemblance to the computational scheme I formulated in the world formula. So, world rebirthing formula. See, his world formula, people are like, it's the prophecy of Fontaine. I think it's a bit more than that. I think his world formula is essentially the samsara cycle formula. For every descender that lands, the world resets and is reformed. First descender, change the world, that's one cycle. Second descender, that's one cycle. Celestial Gate, that's one cycle. We land the fourth and final cycle. Because, contrary to popular belief, the game's world works in a series of fours, like fourth time's the charm essentially, not threes. The fourth time always changes the event, and it gives a different outcome. And currently, because we landed, we're in the fourth cycle. All the records are blurred with age. I was able to quantify them to some text. I wonder, rather than the world being, like people think it's a firmament, it's a dome, I wonder if the world's layered like cake. In a sense that the deeper you go, the more ancient you see. We've only seen the second layer with the hidden civilization, like the unified civilizations. Although, that could be the third layer. Stuff like I wonder if stuff like Khaenri'ah is, now that's active. Do people remember Khaenri'ah 500 years ago? I feel like something like unified civilization is layer number 2. And then beneath that is another layer that we don't even understand. And beneath that is even ancient-er. And the world is dome-shaped and flat, but it's also layered like a cake. Or the world could constantly flip every cycle. It flips. And the firmament don't switches. Light will become dark and dark will become light. And it blurs the time because eventually the worlds mix and mix and mix. Until eventually they don't flip anymore. Whatever, that's the hardcore lore and speculation. All the records are blended to age, but if I was able to quantify some extent, I'll use my word for my calculations. No matter how it does derive, the result remains the same. Though this result is not expected. Unlike the world depicted in these ancient texts, there will be no new or new civilizations born, unless we consider introducing variables from outside the system. Everything I just said, like I said, Descenders, our character, is a fourth to come in to stop the cycle. Not that the world, if I was not some sort of power, there might be a chance. That's a demonic symbol? Not really. Here I found the magical techniques left on the Golden Troop. This is to be referred to by various names, so I'll go with this one for now. Based on my interpretation, it appears to be known as a seal of chemical mirage. It consists of 2 parts, however, it has been withered too much to decipher any information. Interestingly, I've encountered symbols in documents from the 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐿 Institute archives. They seem to be complicated, yet the underlying principles are quite clear. If the records prove to be accurate, there are some key locations within the realm remaining. Related records may be found elsewhere. I should record my findings here as they will prove useful. It's kind of insane that the Fontaine Institute that Celestia is poised above seems to be quite great at deciphering. Like, you think, like, this story feels like it should have been in Sumeru. This is for a different video. I need to make a discussion of like the idea of Fontaine having this advanced institute that has all this research that is discovering the world, yet Sumeru, the actual academic-based civilization, doesn't. Could you imagine finding this stuff? It's like this institute and these cultists trying to summon the abyss and change the world and summon a demon, open up portals into other realms, creating world cycle theories. But instead of being underwater and trapped underwater, it was under Sumeru and it was linked to Khaenri'ah. Like, I feel like the Neurocritic Institute and stuff should have been in Sumeru. It just fits so much better. It's like have this idea of this advanced scholarly civilization that is deciphering insane shit of the world. But it is linked to Sumeru in the sense that this isn't stuff that's taken and then thrown. It's like a different, like they rewrote Sumeru's story and like, we can't fit this anymore because it's written with them understanding and researching parts of Sumeru. Like they took King Deshret's machines because they didn't understand them, and his civilization was more advanced. So I'm saying, like, so you have an institute that's taking stuff from a more advanced civilization. They've never discovered this or already understood this. I don't know. It's just bizarre to think. I would have preferred. I feel like if this was ran to Sumeru, it would have been insane. It would have made Sumeru like the academia insane. Because this fits the theme of the academia. Like, you have this research institute that just is going apeshit on different studies and research into the world theory, the truth of the world. Which also makes me wish Albedo was here, because this is the type of shit he's looking for. Wow, this time I can even start to understand. Seems like the confusion was due to pages from missing before, huh? Awesome, let's play this out. What's interesting, the page's contents is above. The pollution of the land and water wrought by the giant beast 𝐿𝐴𝐿 has been mostly purified by the region. However, when it comes to the 𝐿𝐴𝐿 itself, even the adults seem to be at the total loss. They simply cordoned off the surrounding area. Nevertheless, it was quite easy to sneak in. It felt rather strange slipping into the creature's mouth. It reminded me of the events of some stories I once read. Though I have no substantive evidence, I still sensed out some sort of will from it. Jacob did too. There are no signs of decay in the flesh, instead the body is hardening and forming a protective membrane. Given its current immobile state, it looks like a self-defense mechanism safeguards its internal organs. But it does make sense. With such a wellspring of vitality, if my deduction is correct, it might also be used to enhance Jacob's strength, following the same principle. However, this is so they're already in their Abyssian stage. They've already consumed flesh and transformed their bodies into metahumans. However, at this stage, there's no use to subject Jacob to such risk. I should get safe experimental data first to the Institute of Natural Philosophy, and then set specific research objectives. Although, as Jacob mentioned, this may be a waste of a lot of precious time. After all, the flesh of aliens remains toxic, and there's Jacob. Jacob's returned. He's quite brave, but also an idiot. He didn't give any thought to the possibility of consequence. We have no one to rely on now if he The data we've collected is still incomplete. Jacob and I have minor adverse reactions, primarily vomiting, but the recovery quickly and hasn't shown any other symptoms of short term. His mental status and physical stance are unstable. It's only possible because Jacob really trusts me. Our lives are limited. Still, even if it's just for the future, we must find a way to get allies to get stronger to prevent disaster. Elaine. So they figured out the world theory that the Fontaine is going to be destroyed, and the world's last cycle is the fourth cycle, obviously. And they decided to become meta-humans to try to stop it. Elaine is enrolled in the Institute of Natural Philosophy. Well, the wave paved to heaven, or the good intentions are paved with it. What the fuck is the line? Like, the good intentions is a road paved in blood, or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. That perfectly describes Jacob and the Nezarec Ordo, almost to the T. The Nezarec Institute and the Ordo. That might be the best way to describe it. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. We agreed to meet at the Institute. The bright minds of Fontaine together. We can expect to make huge progress, get much help needed. As for Marianne, just the sight of her fills me with joy. We had long discussions about the Magic Institute, but Jacob was crying through most of it. I didn't tell them about Jacob. It's Uncle Guillotine, who was Uncle Guillotine, who was with them. Part of the Mason Garage. Although it seemed to be treating Ellen and Marianne very well, it still can't be trusted. I'll tell father and mother they're lacking in goods. Tending me a total mystery. Just to put this last page and see what we get. Maybe the contents will link up or something. Tests on Jacob's strength continue. Before the flesh and the blood of the great beast alliance is being used as nutrition, Jacob. So yeah, a human consuming the flesh of a dead god didn't become a consecrated beast. He became a Baptist of the abyss. Which, what might be the implications there? Beasts who consume dead god flesh become consecrated beasts. And he who consumed the flesh of a dead god became an abyss creature. And essentially a consecrated beast. So a consecrated human is an abyss creature? That's pretty lore-shattering. If it calls me Jacob's feeling disgust, is a relief to know the physical condition hasn't been harmed. Jacob still eats, but only a habit, no longer necessary for survival. I suppose it's a good thing, because eating tough together is nice. It suddenly occurred to me that jam was so much familiar to the flesh of the beast, and I started to joke about it. Jacob's been quite uncomfortable. The result improved significantly in comparison to the previous task. Perhaps more can be done. The next step will be an attempt at opening the passage. The passage was opened successfully, though it only was tested for a short while. During this time, many black monsters that were shaped like dogs emerged. They were very aggressive and terrifying, but thank goodness Jacob was there. Though he was so scared he was crying, he still managed to wipe them out while bawling. These monsters are identical to those discovered during our desert expedition, however. Those were salt gray stiff and immobile at the time. It was relatively safe. I'm certain that the properties are nearly identical to those of aliens. So they opened a portal to the beast realm, much like Rhindaughter did and let the Wolf Lord in. The Conrad records mention passages appearing in large numbers and numerous dangerous monsters that look like dogs emerging from them. It's very likely that at the same time, it can be very safely postulated that the location of these passages link to a full these monsters. I should relatively call them beastly rifts, thus be called rift hounds. Oh, sounds like their name. Renee named them. It's written by Renee, by the way. So Renee, interesting. Renee named them rift hounds. And so, once again, these guys' research is based on Conrian research in Conrian techniques, which is the first time we heard about these organizations, this group of people, is inside the door to Conria. In other words, like, you read about, and it's written fucking insane there. It was Renee and Jacob. And one more person. I don't think Marianne was there at the time. I don't know who was writing the ones down there, but reading that shit was just that shit. If I go back and watch, like, what the fuck am I reading? And then hearing it now and seeing that these dudes who were teased I think the last one, Sumeru's Desert, had like the most teaser I've ever seen a region have. Artist Adrift, he's Caterpillar, and his ability, the wish-granting Hilichurl, which his story is batshit insane. And then the Conrian structure teased this, the entire Nezarec Ordo story. I wonder what like the last region of Fontaine's gonna tease for Notland, because it's gotta be something insane. Same voice rings out. No matter how many times I run the calculation, those are saying a few hundred years, all the birthing waters of the world will dry up. After a few hundred years of that, the world becomes as it appears now before us. It is quite a predicament. Hey, come on, don't cry. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm here, don't you remember? Also, Elaine and the others will definitely help. I bet you will definitely be able to survive this road. You're special. I know. Don't worry. That constitution and the others is different from yours. That's reasonable. Well, that's why we need to continue researching things left behind by the Golden Troop. Perhaps we'll discover some possibilities. We'll go back to the Nezarec Institute together. We'll look okay. Are we hearing Renee's voice? Looks like you won't help us anymore. You're the one I can rely on now. Hey, come on, don't be like that. I'm sad too, but don't cry until after the fat lady sings. Moreover, we still have to find a way to cure him. Don't be scared, it'll all go smoothly. There are already lots of people willing to listen to us. If we want to persuade them further, besides, believe also needs us around. We're also in the name called the Book of Revealing. Put it in form of a book. Use our secret cipher to write. Everyone only sees the world that their cognitive framework allows them to see. By using the method, we can share visions we have foreseen with others. Are you okay? Was that an earthquake just now? An earthquake? What earthquake? Nothing happened here. I did get a little dizzy, but you look like you fainted. You didn't wind up with some mysterious space again, did you? Just going on with some weird space anyhow. If you think about it, it's pretty dangerous too. What if we can't get back out? What did you encounter inside? Premonition, a prophecy that someone made. Someone says anything in there? It's kind of prophecy? That's really creepy. If you say that's true, then this was actually a book of prophecies, wasn't it? No, it's research based on a prophecy. Then why make the format so complicated? The other thing want people to understand it. Wouldn't it have been better not to write it at all? Actually, I heard this all kind of sounds when I was meditating, but they were just songs of birds and flowers. I don't know anything about the prophecy you spoke of. As that space, I can understand what's going on. We made it together this time. Maybe she'll be able to enter it. Paimon's still worried. Wait, Paimon wants to come too. No way she's gonna stay here alone. Once again, you focus on meditating, you further surrounding your fate. The world goes silent. You hear the tiniest sounds of feeling the grief. I got this quest is probably one of, if not the most important story quest for all of Fontaine, and it's not marked on the map. You just have to talk to this Melusine. Just know that you can talk to her. I wonder how many people miss this and have no fun. Well, there's people who like, oh, this shit's so boring, like mentally ill people who want to skip button in this game. I say mentally ill as they're retarded, like they're lesser humans, as subhumans in the terms of intelligence. If you want to skip button, that's the only way to consider you, to be honest, if you want to skip button. Oh, another teleportation. Where the fuck are we? This is some kind of dreamscape, the place you were talking about before. This is much more vivid than before. Domain expansion. His own domain. Oh, Howard doesn't know what they did, but this place looks like a ruin. She didn't fall somewhere, did she? Oh no, things we bet she went to danger. Let's go find her. Hurry! Okay, we got 𝐂𝐿𝐼𝐄𝐍𝐓 architecture. Blue. Rare. Devolvent's like powers. Oh. This is a subspace hole. Oh, like in the trailer, the 4.2 trailer. This is a firmament shattering hole. Interesting. There's no... And yeah, it's got architecture and unified civilization. There's no way someone created this. Bro, okay, we just wielded abyss power right there. Just wealth abyss power. Hilichurls. How the fuck are Hilichurls everywhere in the universe? Interesting, that's exactly the type of portal the whale comes through. Which is an abyss realm. I'm pretty sure it's an abyss realm portal. We know that the whales aren't just whales. Their creatures are coming from the abyss, but beyond the abyss, the stars. Which I believe the sky is fake thing is 100% true, and this should prove it. That you're able to shatter the sky and the creatures are able to come through. But it's not like the sky is fake. We're just getting to esoteric theories now. We're just getting to Genshin theories. The sky isn't fake in the sense that it's there to trap us. I think it's there to keep the abyss out. And slowly but surely, it's failing. Okay, this is identical to the 𝐂𝐿𝐼𝐄𝐍𝐓𝐇 library. I don't think it's like, bro, this is insane, bro. This is, I think this is like intentional in a sense that they made it look like this. Not intentional, but like they reused the asset because the candles are the same place.
Yeah. Time to go.
It makes me wonder how a subspace place like this was created. There's her book. Huh? Where did Canotila go? She was just there a moment ago. Wait, there's something on the ground here. Let's pick it up, take a look. You pick up a page of the book. See that? The creature of the world forming arrives by countless calculations. Seen we foresaw that structure that's the cataclysm. In this world where not even a sweet flower mint can grow, this is the end of all things. Do you believe it at last? Whether you arrive at this place by the book revealing or the looking glass, lend me your strength and we avoid this future. Just as I say, the only way is... Pages the same ones we found before. How did it end up here? It's easily readable because we're in a strange place. Cataclysm? Destruction? Some kind of apocalypse? What? Even a planet? I don't know if this appears to... Did they create a space? So when reading... Okay. He said it. We want to create a space where people can read and understand what we saw. So they saw the visions of the world being destroyed. And when you meditate and focus on their words of what they're saying, you get transported to a world where you find a page here saying, see, this is what I was trying to show you. So this realm here is a pocket dimension of an image they created so that they could show what the world will look like when inevitably the clock hits 0 and his world theory is proven correct and it gets destroyed. This is what the world will become. So this place is an illusion of a prophecy. It's a visualization of someone's precognitive vision that he's able to project for others to see. What in the fuck kind of powers do these people possess? The world that even asleep... Okay, so Paimon, I'm not reading the dialogue here, but Paimon's getting it. Like, the whole point is to describe it to even the most basic child. A world where not even sweet flowers or mint can grow. That's the future we have aligned for us if we don't do something. That is a truly great way to actually get people to understand. Imagine if you can just beam the idea of a horrific world into their heads. And then Canotila, because she's an abyss creature like all Melusines, she saw a bird with beautiful flowers and words. This isn't hell to her like it is to normal humans. But it really is the future. Shouldn't the author tell everyone about it and find a solution? Why make a place like this? Maybe this is the only way everyone will be... Okay, I'm glad the game actually explains it outright. I know a bunch of dumb people probably wouldn't get it, but people watching this, most likely, would understand and get it. There are other ways to get in here. I wonder what the looking glass is. A glass, something obviously that allows you to see what the world will become. Answer Canotilia's question. Forget it. Who cares about the dumb prophecy anyways? The important thing is trying to find Cantolia. What? Paimon, you ignorant fucking retard. The prophecy is the only important thing here. Cantolia is the most worthless aspect of this shit. Who gives a fuck about her? This is what the world will become if you don't stop the abyss. Or better yet, if you let whatever challenges Celestia keep going. Is that Seymour? Gap infiltrating alien.
Solidify!
Interesting name.
Bow your head.
Oz, revealed!
First row rift now. Interesting. Gap infiltrating alien. Oh, looks like it wants to say something to us. Yeah, we shouldn't get too close, just in case. Did it turn to a dog? Yeah. It's an ordinary little doggy, huh? Where'd that rift hand go? Traveler, let's take a look. Something's wrong with Paimon's eyes. Hey, you think it happened because of a dream? Yes, Paimon guessed right. Who knows what's gonna lead? Let's find Cantolia anyway, so let's go that way. And it looks like there's no other route we can take, so let's just try and see what happens. Interesting. The dog became a rift hound. I wonder... Oh, there's no way... Okay. There's no way in hell Melusine see rift hounds as dogs. No, because they were scared of them, so they see them. Huh. We came right back. Or we never left. That's exactly right, my one. We never left. We saw something that is soon to be. Oh, you had the same reaction as I did, Paimon. Cantolia, we were looking all over for you. Paimon kept calling out for you, but you never responded. This was so dangerous, but you ran all over the place. Dangerous. Yep, like I said, the Melusines see the world differently. Dangerous. The place we entered was so serene and beautiful, like a beautiful garden. All we saw was rubble. That's odd. I kept looking back for you in the previous space, but there's big trees and flowers everywhere, so I got lost. That's insane. At the end of the world for... I wonder what the dichotomy of that is. The light and dark can't see the same thing. They literally cannot see eye to eye. Because the abyss, or Abyssian, or whatever dark realm creatures see what they're doing as esoteric planting trees and saving the world. But the light creatures see it as destruction. And when the people build light, it pains the creatures around them. They see it as... don't know what the abyss creatures see it as. They see the darkness as light. Like, does the world above to them look horrific? Is the question. We never ask a Melusine how they see the world now. We ask them, the meat looks strange. Or the abyss, they know the abyss looks good. But does the world right now look horrible? And that's why they never leave Elianis. What about a rift hand? You said you saw a rift hand, right? You heard that even turn into a dog. I feel like Paimon's just talking nonsense. I saw a little dog too on top of the garden. It was a little cute dog that nodded at me, helped me open the way out. Thought you both had gone somewhere else to play. And I didn't need to worry, so I just came back here. And what did you discover? Another page. Right. We found this inside. We don't know if it will be useful, but also it looks like the page from the smoke. The butterfly. It's the golden butterfly. What are you talking about? I can see golden butterflies flying off on the page, just like the one I saw in the space before. Never mind. Stopping anything. We've got more problems on our hands now. It seems like you really did something completely different in that place. Golden butterflies. We didn't see anything like that. We didn't even see a creature. So what did she see? If that place is this future predicted by the author, then why did you see a garden? Just think of what that makes Paimon's head hurt. But I was very happy inside. I didn't even think about those questions. Maybe that's what the book was trying to tell me all along. Even if we perceive differently, we can communicate our feelings to one another. Maybe the essence of things doesn't matter that much at all. Paimon wouldn't say that we had a great time in there, but if you figured out something for yourself, good on you. Still, that place was pretty sketchy. We don't have any clue as what is the prophecy either. Well, you don't, but we do as the player. I mean, like, it's pretty obvious. Speaking of prophecy, the book makes it sound really scary, sure, but what are things I saw in there in the real future? After all, such things aren't set in stone, are they? And since the book mentions other ways to enter the space, maybe we'll be able to figure out the book and its prophecy if we find them. And then maybe we can meet again there, in that space. It might be better if we just meet in reality. Also, I can tell you, don't go running around that space anymore. Yeah, 50 primo. Lore bomb after lore bomb. That one was a doozy. My memories can't be made into books. What if we reverse that logic? Can it also be written directly into memories? What is it? There's something to ask. Got new pages. Ooh, if you found more pages, let's put them into the book. Let's see what happens.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Those towels. Now, I know Rene dissolved himself in a Jacob's Abyss Baptist. Oh, I don't have nearly all the pages. I've been assigned to Alan's lab. The guy likes things to be figured out completely. If this is a novel, he might be the son of villain who becomes crazy serial killer just to figure out how the human body really works. Oh boy, Dexter. But he doesn't seem remotely phased about such statements. On the contrary, he spoke to us about the similarity and differences between humans and machines, and between artificial intelligence and personality. Uh-oh, this is bad. This way he might really be a villain like that. I was disappointed to discover the quality of the people from this institute worse than expected. I expect the people here to be smarter and more open to new ideas than those in high positions outside. But the reality has been fearing, or perhaps it would be more appropriate to call it incomprehensible. It stands to reason. So I wonder why in like Sumeru they have like the origin of human word is a banned research. Like the origin of humanity is a banned thing to study. And it's like then you look at here and you see what these people are discovering. I think they're pretty close to discovering the origin of humanity. I wonder if that's going to be something revealed. Not obviously in the Archon quest, but in the Nezarec Ordo. They did say in this 4.2 livestream today that there's a big secret at the bottom of the tower, and that deals with the Nezarec Ordo. Like there's like they almost hinted, verbatim said, there's a twist ending. I feel like through discovering the world theory, we might stumble onto the origin of humanity, which is very interesting. I don't know if that's true at all. For some reason I feel like just after doing this quest and doing all the quests and doing the Nezarec Order stuff, I still need to do the Caterpillar quest. I know what it is. I just haven't done it, like the funny or the unfinished troop, because that clearly ties into this here, in the Nezarec Ordo. I was like it's like Narisus. It's like Nasakru. I need to hear how she says it, get it in my head. I'm only getting resources into that now, but this is a bad thing. Jacob's always been fond of watching him take apart pockets, clockwork devices. The direction Alan's research control innovations is bad. It would be interesting to figure out the nature of we should know about. Oh, this is what it blows up the institute. After all, form of energy localized in Fontaine has been preserved in a living organism. Fully researching them might help us understand the diverse nature and the structure of bodies and that of corals. In any case, I must find a way to win over the people here. So their imagination is limited, unpleasant to say so, but outside the institute, their strength and resources consolidate. It's crazy. Look, this organization is a stone throw away from being like the Abyss Order. But Jacob knows what the Abyss Order is. Because we said, aren't you part of the Abyss Order? He's like, those idiots? Fuck off. So these people aren't going for the same thing as the Abyss Order. But they're like on the same path. But with different goals. Got a field investigation. Golden Troop. Alan's dying, right? Yeah, he has like a dilapidating condition. I don't have page 5, do I? No. Oh, there it is. You break through and was discussing Fontaine's energy revolution, but instead of praising more jealousy, although it has nothing to do with me, I'm still furious and wrath. I just we commissioned found something really valuable. A red gemstone appears on the snowy mountains of Mondstadt after the disaster. Its properties are very similar to the flesh and blood of Elaine, thus rare by Jacob, supposedly a product of a great dragon's decaying corpse in order to reduce confusion. But here I possess Scarlet Quartz. Okay, so that's how we got the name Scarlet Quartz. That's what I'm saying. You think Sumeru, the massive academia that leads research in the world, would be this encompassing thing that the entire world looks to? They have access to the internet, essentially. They have super research, but it's not. It's this Ordo, this institute, Fontaine Institute, single-handedly, like, saving the world. I just find it bizarre to have a civilization based on an academy, like academic science, and then not have it be this. Like, not have it have this lore tied to it. It's fucking insane to me. But although it generates heat and the effect of increasing explosive power, its toxins contains mean ordinary humans cannot withstand it. But a fucking Archon couldn't withstand it. With the exception of neo-humans, tentative names like Jacob, capable of detoxifying it. None have been found yet. Very similar discovery of the filth in the great mines of Liyue. So Jacob ate the flesh, became an Abyss Baptist, and is able to detoxify, essentially purify, a bit, Rhine-Daughter's creatures purificate filth. The only we've done that for Dvalin. We were able to purify it with our essence combined with Venti's. But how in the fuck is someone who's an Abyss creature? So he consumed the flesh of a dead god and then is able to purify the remains of other gods. Neo-humans like Jacob, too, capable of detoxifying it. Okay, these are I don't understand what it's trying to say here. Toxins contain not only humans can withstand it, cannot withstand it, except for neo-humans. Okay, so Jacob can withstand it, and then 2, capable of detoxifying it. So Jacob isn't capable of detoxifying it. So he's not found any human who's capable of detoxifying it or can withstand it. Not that Jacob can detoxify it. We can detoxify it because we aren't human. And the filth doesn't damage us in Liyue, like at all. Even Paimon is affected by it, but we weren't. Say my friend. When afflicted with this quite sad, the people that know it have somewhat turned to believers. I can at least trust in a simple task. from a society from now on. It means to give the organizations to belonging. But Carter's unconscious. Examples of blood is blood skin, got swift cat spawn. I take the scenario to be looked at. 700 pounds, the Republic cannot be found. It's pointless, absolutely pointless. Conventional medicine is pointless. Must figure something else out. Jacob's proposal is very dangerous. Let's give more thought. I thought Carter everything in Jacob's food is strength and transforming it. I haven't explained the risk and the historical baggage, and then reject the greatest second sample like a god for the real. A human transcendence via whatever that censored. To see derive the holistic character method from it. Carter isn't very good at thinking scientific, so I used many examples and methods for an emphasis, but made up his mind from the beginning. Still deteriorating. Jacob's successful integration was an extreme case, or perhaps he's not himself anymore. I can't be sure. I was going to be observing. Can't be a waste. I can't be a waste. Can't be a waste. What else it would have gone? Been a bid for nothing, utterly meaningless. I get more materials in an attempt to reverse it. All sorts of relics and biological tissue from after the calamity. I even got my hands on extremely dangerous residue. Nothing worked, but I can't give up. He's still alive right now at the very least, with a sense of connection with you. Can't go to waste. This makes me wonder stuff like 𝐂𝐿𝐟, where we encountered an ideal master, essentially, like a wish granter, that allowed 𝐂𝐿𝐟 to turn into something. We don't know what. We allowed him to evolve. And we found an abyss creature, and that was the foundation of the abyss order. Now we have stuff like this, where we have humans eating dead god flesh to try to cure their friends' ailments, or to evolve themselves, and feeding it to other people who end up dying from it. The Shaker's still alive. We've seen him down here, so he's still in Fontaine. And I have a complete broken from working relationships. Regret I don't blame, but the most regrettable part of the previous direction was prevented me effective. It was all for naught. Identifying errors made the greatest benefit due to short lifespans. The cost of trial and error is very high. On account of that, I must thank Carter. Someone must find a way to save him. I must prove that I can do it. Another thing I gained in Merusea Village is more loyal. Aren't I a talented actor? Jigga, let's go in another direction is worth trying. Where's the everything? In the expedition to Petrichor and the ruins before, we discovered origin. It seems that compared to humans, we, if all return, transcend. Although anti-intellectual counterintuitive, the ancient succeeded before. Like I said, I'm telling you, the end of this is going to reveal the, it has to reveal the origin of humanity. Like this right here, this page right here, probably, not ironically, probably the most important thing. I feel like this is what all of this is baking towards. Even though that's not the goal. The goal is to solve the prophecy. I think they're going to end up reaching this ideal idea of the transcendence of humanity and human evolution. It's almost like what Nahida's story quest at the end there. Like life will always evolve to conform and fit in, no matter what, no matter how long it stays. Like,
one man's stone is another man's gem.
okay, we're missing page 7. 6, 7, 8. Fuck it, let's get the next pages. We've been recording for how long? Already an hour? This quest is already a fucking hour? Fuck it, bro. Let's look up where the next pages are. There's 12.
The same as I remember.
I've entered...
But where are those who share the
Okay,
memory?
I've entered 1 through 6, right? So I'm missing... I entered 1 through 6. So I need 6 more. So I need 7. Here's 8. 9. Yeah, 9. There is no 10. I read that. 11, 12.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
If memory can be made into a book.
Okay, now page set 8 is in anal pause. I know that's not even close to mid. It's just a joke. She has a very squeaky voice that goes to my right. I butchered that one. Oh, I like the music here is the same as the music there. That's actually sick. Where was it? Here it is. Alright, page 7. Gotcha. Five, 6, 7. Trees us to see her again. There's nothing except the water. It's really quite uncomfortable. Actually, it felt like the same way when I challenged Samira with Jacob and Carl. Empty buildings, feels lonely. Yet enduring all the same. The apocalypse. The apocalypse stone. Bless me. The stone structures outlive humans, but a million times over. It's the same here. To a certain extent, it's just a bit of apocalyptic scenery. The director has been observing these scenes for so long. I'm sure it feels much the same as our. I should visit her when I have the time, but I'd build a new home and bring her over. Jacob would be happy too. Jacob left behind the feathers ornamental gift given him the vice director, the same ornament he'd be keeping carefully. As a result, we've never used it as a wand to play any games. I discovered that this place is very likely an ancient facility. If so, I should be able to find useful data, scripts, contents. I'll visit the director again sometime. I heard Marianne will be coming to see her soon. Maybe that's for good meeting after all. Right now, Aelin is. I discovered this place was more like an ancient facility. When I traveled somewhere, I wonder where he was in here. I don't know where he would have been inside there when that was written. 5, 6, 7, 8. Rather than calling it a sword, it's recalled a key. It does not belong to anyone. It just travels from one hand to the next. The wills of countless people have been consecrated. Necessary materials and rituals. I like this. I like them saying consecrated. They're eating the flesh of gods. They're consecrated beasts. Connections there. I've been saying it. I'm the only one of the few people in the world who has said it. I've never even seen it discussed on lore. The connection there. It's quite interesting. Basically, boils down to an extreme effective witchcraft that takes advantage of sorcery. The reason it's effective due to the nature of their origin, the primordial, based on the records, the constituent elements should be the circle of 4 orthons and the tree of emanation that flows from the roots upward in the center of the circle. The circle encircles this abstract of it is akin to a pie crust and a filling of the pie. The metaphor should excite Jacob. Wow. These are some suitably sophisticated terminology for the layman. Isn't that the symbol that's on Paimon in them? Except it's a tri-orthon, but not a 4 one. And that's how ley lines work. And when we do like we go to like domains, we give resin to the tree and it has the 4 circles except one circle's broken. In our case, it's 3 circles instead of the 4th. Found the ancient seal's general location. The records are accurate. We should reveal for a closer site. We also should be able to determine the locations of 4 constitutional elements. As long as we find 1, we can calculate all the other nodes. We arrange the members 4 constitutional elements, not the 7, the 4. Now, I don't want to say anything, but people have speculated that those 4 circles, since 1.0 represent the 4 fanes that the primordial one built the world with. Now, the 4 fanes could, in essence, since how this world works, if their fundamentals represent the 4 elements. Kind of like how sovereigns represent elements, and archons took their power, and you get the idea. Sahara tell the secrets that ancient civilizations so carefully guarded. What a joke. Turns out they've already been through the same countless times in their youth. The slate replica we discovered supports our calculations as it predicted the apocalypse. The sea will surround as us and pops. That's what I'm saying. This should have been in Sumeria. Like, this should have been the basis of Sumeria academia research. Shit would have went hard, bro. This is page 9. Yeah, IX is 9, right?
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share
one of the strangest written ones. Finally convinced her to follow the 𝐾𝐿. Oh no, 𝐾𝐿. We're separating souls from bodies now. Still under construction. It seems apprehensive, but everything will turn out just fine. We no longer need to fear the future. I have a lot of power at my disposal now. I have Jacob and the members of the society, and generally know what to do. Agreed at last, we can obtain the most precious. After all, other than the inferior mutants, you can no longer see the original in Fontaine. I am very satisfied with Jacob's design. The sense of mystery and the ceremony is very intense. We may have a real knack for this. Rebuilding the 4 Orthons is near completion, and we have positioned our people based on locations on the map. Reversing it and adding the power of the sword should be sufficient to control all of us. Fontaines will be able to transcend in this way, shredding limitations of physical form separation to prevent the apocalypse. Got the sword despite the cost. The director's condition is dear to her. Hope she can hold on. The director's a woman. Leaving the pocket watch here for the time for the farewell to come. It'll be the first subject on our part, so useless personality can be removed. To process Carter for rebirth, I failed him, and Alan will be impressed with me. Marianne will be delighted the same with Jacob. Man, this really is the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Everything will get better. Farewell. I should rediscover myself through water and be reborn through water. It's a tremendous feat that no one else should natural facades ever attempted. If it fails, I won't have to worry about the fridge anymore. He's gonna dump primordial water on himself.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Yeah, page 10 doesn't exist, doesn't it? Should the passage using the primordial in the present deconstruct and reverse its utility and internalize? Use to fully master. Matrimony and chemistry, bonding the elements, circular urines, forest in the bearer, send lyres to Jacob. Three agents have been absorbed to date. Useful skills gained. Discovered from their memories that regarding the Ordo's existence, Court of Fontaine has officially absorbed and from their memories. Very interesting mechanism. With the right organ, consciousness can be transplanted. Has the knowledge to operate the mechanism. Understand the general idea of absorption that other than experimental model all operate simple logic tree. Initially attempt the path to choose was regrettable. Rene would definitely think so. Jake got much love because he does not wish to oppose guillotine symptoms. Declined, of course. Alan Guillotine said before that leaving it seems as we're going back. Alas, he's the only genius when it comes to the machines, and all other things seems but ordinary. He does not understand the future. He does not even realize we hit the point of no return long ago. I'll create a future that will be placed for him and Marianne Guillotine in it. We're missing a page.
His memory can be made into a book.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Let's get the last page. Page 13. I'm glad I basically got all of them, except for 7 and 13. That's the only 2 I didn't have. Everything else was, oh, she's there now. Cover boots. Let's go. Hello, Zama. Oh, you get barrel conscious. Can you get infinite strange parts? The last page. Let's find out what happened. It seems the pages have changed. I guess Rene dumped himself in primordial water and got fucking... Oh, I can say Rene. It's Rene. There it is. Go to Alienus. Carry out the above order together. Buy time. Let's meet again in the new universe, pure sea and the pure sea of tranquility.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
Guess that's it. Interesting, no achievement for getting all the pages?
Where do you want to go next?
Seems like this
If
should
you'd
be an
like to see
achievement.
Liyue's tourist spots.
View the emotions and memories of precious things. Different color and phrases now. How did they do that? He was able to convert his memory. I mean, looking how. It's like the first section's nice. It's just the second section. And that's it, I guess. We got all pages. One, two, three, four, five. I hate that. I hate that. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not what I meant to click. $11, $12, $13. So there isn't a page 10. Interesting. Huh. Well, this has certainly been eye-opening. And I got to spew my own lore. The legendary lore. Let's meditate. Alright. The hellscape. Let's take this. Let's get something. Oh, did I get an achievement? No, I didn't. Oh, this is a bad angle. I'm just gonna take a thumbnail, and we're done here. I guess the main room there isn't too bad of it. I feel like there's like a good angle to get that has it. Yeah, like that can work. Yeah, that's a good thumbnail. Okay, we're done here. Done here for the day. Done here in Genshin. We'll finish up the rest of the quest tomorrow.